Welcome, dear students. I'm Dr. Rajiv Oberoi, dealing with a very important topic in chemistry. It is Lieberman nitroso test, a very decisive test. This test is utilized to differentiate phenol from other compound. This test, remember, it is utilized to differentiate phenol from other compound because this test is given only by phenol and none other. This is given only by phenol and none other. Now, before we begin with this test, let us differentiate what is phenol and what is aromatic alcohol. So, by definition, what is phenol? So, remember that phenols are any compound. Phenols are any compound in which there is aromatic ring, there is hydroxy group, and hydroxy group is directly attached to the ring. If in a compound there is a aromatic ring and hydroxy group is directly attached to the ring, then it would be termed as phenol. It could be attached to the benzene ring, could be attached to the naphthalene ring, it could be one OH attached, it could be two OH attached. But if compound is having aromatic ring like benzene, naphthalene, anthracene, etc., having OH directly attached to it, then it would be termed as phenol. What are aromatic alcohol? So remember that aromatic alcohol are those compound which contains ring, contains OH, but OH is not directly attached to the ring. A compound having benzene ring or any aromatic ring as such and also contains OH, but OH is not directly attached to the ring, as in this case OH is not directly attached to the ring, then it is termed as aromatic alcohol. Now we know that benzene ring having one carbon with two hydrogen. Benzene ring having one carbon with two hydrogen is termed as benzyl. There is OH attached, therefore this compound is termed as benzene ring with CH2OH. This much is called as benzyl. So this is called as benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol. Now the chain is of one carbon. Now over this carbon would be given the preference because it contains the function group. So in this molecule only a one carbon chain would be considered. Only one carbon chain would be considered. So one carbon is meth or single bond ane, alcohol all, one carbon meth, single bond ane, alcohol all at number 1. Now one of the H has been replaced by phenyl, therefore this compound is termed as 1-phenyl methanol 1. 1-phenyl methanol 1, which is commonly termed as benzyl alcohol. Remember, it is an aromatic alcohol and not phenol. Therefore, the property of phenol will not be exhibited by these kind of compounds. Now remember, if we deal with the test involved in this Lieberman nitroso test, what it is? So we say, suppose you have taken any unknown compound X. If you have taken any unknown compound X, into this compound if we add HNO2, that is nitrous acid, and it turns red, and into this red we add NaOH and it turns blue, then sure this compound X is phenol, nothing else. It is a decisive test. This is a decisive test through which we can differentiate phenol from other compound. I repeat, if into any unknown compound I add nitrous acid and it turns red, into this red if I add NaOH, it turns blue, then this compound X is phenol for sure. Now if I deal with the reaction involved, so this is in fact 3-step process. So what happens? In the first step, benzene ring with OH, which is termed as phenol, it could be of any kind. Now phenol when made to react with HNO2, nitrous acid. HNO2, remember, HNO2 is an unstable acid, therefore it is prepared on the spot by reacting NaNO2 sodium nitrite with HCl. So this nitrous acid is unstable acid prepared on the spot. So I have written nitrous acid HNO2S HO and double bond O. HNO2 has been written as HO and double bond O. This is HNO2 nitrous acid. So the OH from the acid, this nitrous acid, and H from the phenol goes in form of a water molecule, and this NO comes at this position. So the resultant would be the benzene ring having OH and N double bond O. Benzene ring is having OH and N double bond O. Of these two groups, this is the preferred group. Therefore, this would be termed as the ortho position. The next is termed as meta position. The next one is termed as para position. So there is nitroso at para. Therefore, this compound is termed as para nitrosophenol. It is para nitrosophenol. So in the first step, phenol converts into para nitrosophenol. Converts into para nitrosophenol. Now, in the second step, this para nitrosophenol react with one more molecule of phenol. Para nitrosophenol is reacting with one more molecule of phenol. It is benzene ring OH on one side and O on the other at opposite position, and then reacting with one more molecule of phenol. It is benzene ring having OH. So when para nitrosophenol is made to react with phenol, it will lose a water molecule. Very, very important. Just concentrate how it get removed, how water molecule get removed. So the O from here, one H from here, and one H from here goes in form of a water molecule. The O from here, H from here, and H from here goes in form of water molecule, and this ring combines to the nitrogen. This ring combines to the nitrogen through double bond. So the resultant compound would be benzene ring having OH, benzene ring having OH, benzene ring having OH. Then at the para position, single bond N. Then there is double bond, and now this is the carbon of the ring. So it is C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between this nitrogen and this carbon there is a double bond. Between nitrogen and carbon there would be a double bond to maintain the valency of carbon 4 and also nitrogen 3. At the same time, at the opposite position there would be double bond O, again to maintain the valency of carbon and also oxygen. So this para nitrosophenol, when made to react with phenol, this ring combines to the nitrogen. So it is benzene ring with OH and double bond, and this ring is attached. So it is double, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. So alternate double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single bond would be there. So this is this compound, the benzene ring with OH and double bond, and again this ring is attached. This together compound is termed as indophenol. So when para nitrosophenol is made to react with phenol, O from here, H from here, H from here goes in form of water molecule. This ring combines to this ring, resulting in formation of this species which is termed as indophenol, and this red is because of this indophenol. So this red is due to formation of indophenol. This red color is due to formation of indophenol. Now when into this indophenol is red. So when into this indophenol we add NaOH, as such any base. It may be NaOH, it may be KOH, it may be any base. So when into this indophenol we add NaOH, the H from phenol, we know that phenol is acidic in nature. Phenol is termed as carbolic acid. It has tendency to donate proton. So this phenolic part is still intact. In this molecule, this phenolic part is still intact, and this phenolic part of this indophenol, H from here and OH from here goes in form of water molecule, and this Na comes on the ring, resulting in formation of this species. It is NaO, then a ring, double bond O. So this species is termed as indophenol. This species is termed as indophenol. When indophenol is made to react with NaOH, it get converted into salt of it. This is indophenol, and it get converted into salt of it, where this Na comes as cation. So this H is replaced by Na. This H is replaced by Na. So this much portion, the portion which I have encircled, would be termed as, this much portion, that is benzene ring with O with negative charge. This much portion, the portion I have encircled, is termed as indophenol anion. This is termed as indophenol anion. Since sodium is attached to it, it is termed as sodium salt of indophenol anion. Sodium salt of indophenol anion, and this sodium salt of indophenol anion is blue. In fact, every salt of indophenol anion is blue. So this blue color is because of remember, this blue color is because of indophenol anion. This blue color is because of this indophenol anion. May it be sodium, potassium, calcium, rubidium, cesium, magnesium, doesn't matter. Any cation would be there, but blue color is due to formation of this indophenol anion. It is due to indophenol anion. So this blue color is due to formation of indophenol anion. So let us revise it. So if I rediscuss the complete concept again, so what I said, if into any unknown compound we add HNO2 and we get red. If into any unknown compound we add HNO2 and we get red, this red is due to, so I said this red is due to formation of indophenol. This red is due to formation of indophenol. And when into this red we add NaOH and we get blue, this blue is due to formation of indophenol anion. It is due to formation of indophenol anion. So if into any unknown compound we add HNO2 and we get red color, into this red we add NaOH and we get blue color, then this compound X is phenol for sure. This red color is due to formation of indophenol, whereas blue color is due to formation of indophenol anion. So I said that this test is a decisive test. It is very distinctive, utilized to differentiate phenol from other compound. So what is the reason for formation of, what is the reason of formation of this red color? So it is due to formation of indophenol anion. This red color is due to formation of, so it is due to formation of indophenol. This red color is due to formation of indophenol. The red color is due to formation of indophenol, and this blue color is due to formation of sodium salt of indophenol anion. In fact, it is because of indophenol anion. It is a very, very important test. This is a very important test. This is a very important test to differentiate phenol from other compound. The red is due to formation of indophenol, and blue is due to formation of sodium salt of indophenol anion, that is due to formation of indophenol anion. So applicable to every kind of phenol. Very, very useful test.